take yours out.
If you think incidences of road rage are awful in the city, watch what happens when two farm guys get into a fight. According to the person filming, a red vehicle nearly ran him off the road while he was carrying a trailer at 35 miles per hour. The older man calmly explained the speed limit and traffic laws to the man even though he approaches the encounter armed.
Hey, the speed limit is 35 on this road, and Sheriff Cook says no passing on the road. There's a lot of kids playing on this road. Would you like your kids run over?
I have appointment.
Okay, well go get your appointment. Goddamn, put your gun up. I've got you on video.
Credit where it's due, he did put the gun away, but then he brought his whole family into it. And considering he was the one speeding to begin with, it's hard not to think he was just being an a-hole.
Pull yours out.
Hey.
My daughter, she's driving right there. You put the truck in the car. There's no right. Okay,
well, that's okay.
You need respect.
I've got blinkers on the truck. I've got you on video camera with that camera, and I'm going to show it to Sheriff Cook. I've got your license plate, too.
I want to talk to you.
Last 3 times you...
That's a 3 times.
Yeah, y'all come through here driving 70 miles an hour.
In his mailbox on January 8, 2005, a guy named Martin found a curious parcel. Confused, he brought it inside and opened it to find a single item, a videotape. With no label or message explaining what was inside, he put it in his camera out of curiosity to see what was on it and hit play. To put it mildly, the footage he discovered was startling. It showed a man explaining the violent things he was going to do, how he was going to entice his victims, and the makeshift tools he was going to employ.
Not trained in torture methods, which is what I'm gonna have to make do. I got my drill here. The reason why it's got this padding on it is just to try to silence it a bit because I'm in an apartment. I got gags, socks, got lots of duct tape. I got a soldering iron, sheets. It's rather crude implements. I think can work wonders, especially if it's used in the right way.
While the content of the video was deeply disturbing, what unsettled Martin Moore even more was recognizing the man speaking, his close friend Ricky Rodriguez. This wasn't some anonymous manifesto from a serial killer. It was a final personal message from someone Martin had known for years. Ricky had grown up trapped inside a cult, abused, manipulated, and broken from the very beginning. Though he had eventually escaped, the trauma never left him. Now he was planning to confront the people who had hurt him. In the hour-long video, he explained everything, what had happened to him, why he couldn't move on, and what he intended to do. He mailed the footage to a few close friends and family, hoping they'd understand his pain and the path he was about to take.
I am making this video, well, for many reasons, I guess. I suppose the main reason is that I want there to be some record of the way I feel, my ideas, just who I was, really.
Ricky's story began on January 25, 1975, when he was born as the first child of Karen Alva Zerbe, a high-ranking member of a cult known as the Children of God. This group cloaked itself in Christian rhetoric to lure in vulnerable young people, often teenagers, only to twist those teachings into something deeply exploitative. Just 2 years after Ricky's birth, he was adopted by the cult's self-proclaimed prophet David Burke, who renamed the group The Family and declared Ricky a divine messenger, giving him a symbolic role within the organization. Outwardly, Ricky was treated like royalty, but behind the scenes, he suffered unimaginable abuse. David not only sanctioned these horrors, he documented them in a grotesque book titled The Story of Davidito, detailing the exploitation Ricky endured as a child. As Ricky grew older, he began to see through the lies and manipulation. In 1999, he and his girlfriend, Alexia Manuel, managed to escape during a supposed trip to one of the cult's compounds in Mexico, instead fleeing to the United States. Adapting to the outside world after 24 years of isolation was a monumental challenge. Still, Ricky pushed forward. He found work as an electrician, married Alicia, and settled in Tucson, Arizona. But the trauma didn't disappear. Though David Berg had died in 1994, the cult remained active under Ricky's own mother, Karen Zerbe. It continued operating mainly overseas, avoiding serious legal consequences, and Ricky knew that children were still being harmed just as he had been. In January 2005, unable to bear the weight of it any longer, Ricky decided to act. He recorded a video message, his final testimony, describing what had happened to him, how the cult had evaded justice, and why he felt compelled to stop it himself. In the video, he spoke not just of exposing the organization, but also seeking personal vengeance for all the years of pain. He sent it to his wife and a few close friends, his final cry for justice, before doing what he believed no one else would.
There's this need that I have. This need, it's not a want, it's a need, and I wish it wasn't, but it is. It's a need for revenge. It's a need for justice. Because I can't go on like this.
In the final video he recorded, Ricky laid out a chilling plan. He had managed to reconnect with Angela Smith, his former nanny, and one of the many adults who had abused him during his childhood in the cult. His idea was to lure her to his apartment in Tucson under the pretense of a friendly dinner and, once there, forced her to reveal the whereabouts and activities of other cult members using any means necessary. And that's exactly what he did. On January 8, 2005, after mailing copies of his video to his wife and a few trusted friends, Ricky followed through. He invited Angela into his home and confronted her. While it's unclear how much she revealed, we know the confrontation ended with Ricky taking her life. Afterward, he left Tucson and drove west to Blythe, California, where he checked into a motel. Later that night, he called his wife. He told her everything, what he had done, how it felt, and what he planned to do next. But something in him had changed. Despite the years of torment and the hatred he carried, Ricky admitted that killing Angela was the most difficult thing he'd ever done. It didn't give him the peace or closure he had imagined. Revenge hadn't healed him. It had only deepened his sorrow. He told his wife he couldn't go on with the rest of his plan. He couldn't take another life. The next morning on January 9, authorities found Ricky's car in a parking lot not far from the motel. Inside, they found him dead by suicide. For those who knew him best, the outcome, though heartbreaking, was not entirely unexpected. In his final video, Ricky had confessed that he saw no future for himself beyond this act of vengeance. He believed his pain would only end when the people who destroyed his childhood were gone.
I can imagine how I would feel, how liberating it would be.
But in the end, all he found was more pain. Today, the family cult, despite years of allegations, investigations, and trauma, still operates under the leadership of Ricky's own mother, Karen Zerbe. Ricky's tragic story remains a haunting reminder of the long, devastating shadow cult abuse can cast over a person's life, and the urgent need for accountability that, for him, never came. Afraid of heights? You might want to skip this one. This footage captures the heart-pounding reality of those who scale towering structures to service antennas and transmission lines atop some of the world's tallest buildings. It's not just a job, it's a daily test of courage. The video, shot from the climber's perspective, documents an ascent up a staggering 1,768-foot tower. While there is an elevator that takes workers up to about 1,600 feet, the final 168 feet must be conquered by hand on a vertical ladder with a 30-pound tool bag trailing beneath them. As the climber nears the summit, the protective structure fades away and the ascent becomes even more precarious. From this point on, it's free climbing, just small metal rungs and thousands of feet of open air below. No guardrails, no safety net. It's the kind of climb where one slip, one misstep, or even a sudden gust of wind could mean a fatal fall. And that's exactly what makes this footage so unnerving, because it reminds us just how thin the line is between awe-inspiring and terrifying.
The nitrogen líquido ocupará 1,000 litres aproximadament de nitrogen gas. Ens retirem això, sisplau. I ara comencem a posar el nitrogen líquid. Endavant. Música, sisplau. Nitrogen líquid. En el laboratori ens agrada molt treballar amb el
The internet is full of science experiments gone wrong, and this one's a perfect example. Captured in Girona, Spain, the video shows a man giving a live demonstration using what looks like liquid nitrogen in front of a small crowd. Everything seems fine at first, even fascinating, until it isn't. He pours the foggy liquid into a large barrel, then places another barrel on top. That's when something goes very wrong. Keep watching. Suddenly, there's a violent explosion. The crowd jumps back in shock as a cloud of smoke engulfs the area. When it finally clears, the demonstrator is on the ground, clearly in agony, writhing from the pain caused by the blast. What was meant to be an engaging science display had instantly turned into a dangerous and chaotic scene. On the morning of October 4th, 2006 at 6:15 a.m., police in Barrie, Ontario received a chilling call. A woman calmly told the dispatcher, "My children are dead." Her flat tone didn't match the gravity of her words. When asked what happened, she simply said, "I don't know. I don't remember." Officers rushed to the apartment. When they arrived, they were met by 31-year-old Frances Elaine Campion. She opened the door with the same eerie calmness. When asked about the children, she replied, "Yes, they are dead. They're on my bed." Inside the bedroom, officers found the bodies of her daughters, 3-year-old Serena and 19-month-old Sophia. Both girls were dressed in clean clothes, wearing small earrings and necklaces, but their skin had turned blue, clear sign they'd been dead for some time. The only visible injury was a faint bruise on Sophia's forehead. There were no signs of struggle, no signs of how they died, but as detectives searched the home, they found a camcorder. The footage gave them the answers they needed. The video started instantly. Elaine surprising Serena with a bike for her birthday on August 8th. It didn't stay innocent for long.
Hi Serena, it's August 8th, 2006. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Serena. Happy birthday to you. Serena's 3 today. Yay! Shall we go to the living room and see if you got any birthday presents from the birthday fairies?
Yes!
Okay, let's go.
I have to go.
What is it?
It's a bike.
Elaine and her 2 girls were also seen having fun and lounging around in the following video.
It's much.
Oh, I love you more than that.
Everything appeared to be going fairly smoothly up until the 3rd recording, which was made on October 2nd. At that point, things started to become strange, and the tone of the recordings abruptly changed as Elaine began to talk endlessly about their appalling living conditions and the abuse she had endured at the hands of her ex-husband, Leo, and his family in front of her young ones.
You can't see through the camera, boo-hoo. Oh, yes, this is a deplorable, horrible, messy, filthy apartment that supposedly my 2 children and I live in, and it's just a horrible, horrible mess. Yeah. I think Diego Campione is totally in the wrong, and I hope he burns in hell for all his sins. The same as Leonardo. All I wanted to do was take care of my 2 little girls and live happily ever after the 3 years of physical, emotional, and mental abuse that I endured tremendously by Leonardo Campione, and in the past year from Anna and Diego Campione, the mental and emotional abuse, which wouldn't stop, and I had CAS keep bringing these 2 people into my life over and over again when I kept telling them the amount of mental and emotional abuse it was causing my 3-year-old daughter Serena and I and Sophia. It was horrible and uncalled for, and I want justice to my family for what they have all done to us. I cried out for help. They should have.
Leo was known to be extremely abusive, both physically and emotionally. He cut Elaine off from her parents and, at one point, even kicked her in the stomach while she was pregnant. That assault led to a domestic violence charge and eventually their divorce. But by the time this video was recorded, Leo had started to change. He was now fighting Elaine in court for custody of their daughters. The stress of that battle hit Elaine hard. Her mental health had already been fragile. She'd been hospitalized twice before, and now it was unraveling fast. Her mother later said Elaine had grown deeply paranoid, convinced Leo would come and take the girls from her by force. Then on October 2nd, shortly after stopping the video at 8:39 p.m., Elaine made a devastating decision. She took her daughter's lives. Investigators would later find a recorded confession on the same camera.
Recording this because Leo and I are very happy. Everything is gone. You wouldn't give peace. You wouldn't tell the truth. I begged. You even had Stacy not believing me, telling her I had to sign papers when I didn't. I went to victim witness to get the truth. Trying, begging everyone the truth. How you beat me for 3 years behind closed doors, beat me when I was pregnant with Serena and Sophia. You didn't care about our babies, you didn't care about me, you cared about yourself. You wanted to win, you won. Are you happy? How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? Because it doesn't make me feel great. I've lost everything my whole life.
So that means the remodeling time at their Aurelia and Braintree stores. They are changing the displays. Now is the time to make a great deal on an Ontario-made hydro-cooled hot tub. In-stock models, floor models, or custom orders, everything has a sale price. Pool Spa Sauna Showroom, making waves in Aurelia, Bracebridge, and soon to be in Huntsville. You can also check them out on the web at poolspasaunashowroom.com. Here to throw some wine from.
Elaine was arrested on the spot, and soon after, she was officially charged with murder. The footage found in her apartment became a key piece of evidence in the case. In the end, she was sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 25 years. This video is a clear reminder that what looks impressive on camera can be incredibly dangerous in real life. While the exact setting of the footage isn't clear, what is obvious is the reckless act taking place, someone batting molten metal directly into a crowd. The aftermath, captured in a series of haunting photos, leaves no doubt about how hazardous and irresponsible this stunt truly was. On May 15, 2015, it started out like any other school day in Jefferson County, Kentucky. Outside Wilkerson Elementary, yellow buses lined up just like always, dropping off and picking up kids. But that afternoon ride home turned into something no one in one family would ever forget. Melinda Sanders was behind the wheel that day. Reports later said her view was partially blocked, not just because of the size of the bus, but also by clutter on the dashboard that made it harder to see what was in front of her, especially the kids getting off. One of those kids was 7-year-old Allie Redner. She was just trying to get home like she always did, but this time something went horribly wrong. Watch this.
Find another space that is not close
Melinda shut the door and drove away, unaware that Allie's backpack was still stuck. That one moment led to something unthinkable. Allie, just 7 years old, was dragged for over 1,300 feet, almost a quarter of a mile as the bus kept moving. Her body scraped against the pavement for nearly a minute. It wasn't until a passerby, someone jogging nearby, noticed and reacted. He pulled his car in front of the bus, forcing it to stop before things got even worse. By then, Allie had suffered serious injuries. Deep wounds on her legs and hips, nerve damage that still affects her, and scars that may never fade. She went through 8 major surgeries, skin grafts, scar revisions, and now lives with constant pain. On top of that came the trauma. She became terrified of school buses. Her childhood was changed forever. The driver, Melinda Sanders, was fired a month later, but for Allie and her family, the damage was already done. They sued the school district, saying the driver wasn't properly trained and the buses lacked key safety features. The case ended in a $4.8 million settlement meant to help cover Allie's recovery and long-term care. After the incident, laws were changed. Buses in Kentucky are now required to have sensors and alerts that warn drivers if a child is near the door. Technology that might have saved Allie from everything she went through. Today, Allie is 17. Instead of letting that day define her, she speaks out. She shares her story to push for better school bus safety so that no other kid has to go through what she did. A school bus isn't just transportation. It's a promise that kids will get home safe. All it takes is one careless moment to break that promise and leave lasting scars. When you step into an abandoned building, the last thing you expect to find is a fully operational service room. But that's exactly what YouTuber Shie stumbled upon in February 2018. The video begins with him perched atop a tower overlooking an industrial zone. He then makes his way into a seemingly deserted structure, empty, lifeless decay. Inside, he finds the remnants of what once was a vacant auditorium, a dusty ping pong table, and silence. As he ventures deeper, he descends into the building's cold, dimly lit basement, and that's where things take a turn. Hidden below is a room still humming with power, blinking lights, active hardware, servers quietly running. He picks up a phone. There's no dial tone, just the unmistakable sound of disconnection, yet the servers are very much alive. Then he finds a dated computer tower, plugs it in, and powers it on. The screen lights up, Windows 95 boots, followed by a sudden flash of black code and a login screen. Unsure what to do, Shie follows suggestions from his live stream chat and hits cancel. To his surprise, it lets him in. He pokes around the system briefly, exploring files, but unease creeps in. Muttering about a possible secret government operation, Shie unplugs the machine and quickly leaves the building. Was it paranoia, or did he stumble onto something hidden in plain sight? Whatever was on that computer remains a mystery, unless he decides to return and dig deeper. Years ago, the Bureau of Land Management released a public service announcement titled "Stay Out and Stay Alive," warning the public about the dangers of exploring abandoned mines. The PSA highlighted real threats like sudden cave-ins, unstable explosives, wild animals, and oxygen-deprived tunnels. But the most haunting part of the video was the true story, an actual footage of a tragedy that took place years earlier. On July 4th, 1998, a group of young men discovered an abandoned mine in Nevada and chose to explore it for fun. What's eerie is that from the very beginning, the group seemed to know deep down they were making a dangerous mistake.
As you see Briz pointing out, stay alive. It's a good point, but we're not too smart, so we're gonna go anyway.
This is an unsafe mine. Danger.
Still, the thrill of exploring a place long forgotten proved too tempting to resist. As they pushed further into the mine, the risks escalated. The group crossed decaying wooden bridges, each step a gamble, yet they pressed on. Along the way, they passed clear signs of previous cave-ins, warnings that should have sent them back. But in pursuit of curiosity or adrenaline, they ignored the danger and kept going deeper into the darkness.
Look at all this. There's lots of rocks and stuff that have fallen from the ceiling, which indicates that probably a good idea to be walking this way. And,
well, they've already fallen, so they're not going to fall again.
Well, there's more to fall still.
It's important to remember that these weren't trained professionals with experience navigating hazardous environments. They were just a group of young guys chasing a thrill and filming the adventure. But what started as a fun idea could have easily turned deadly. At any moment, they could have fallen into a mine shaft that dropped hundreds of feet or gotten hopelessly lost in the maze-like network of tunnels. And as time passed, that possibility started to feel more and more real.
Yeah, we gotta remember where we're... Okay, we got out here.
Who painted these X's in the clip? Grant. What do they mean? Dead ends and stuff. Okay, they're all got an X on. We can go this way. That one's got an X. So it's also got that. What does the diamond mean?
Where's that go?
Goes down.
Along there.
Ooh, that's not a little. Well, it'd be kind of hard if you slipped and fell. You could catch yourself before you actually fell down there. Not if panic set in and you spin like a little.
Toxic gases and lingering radioactive elements pose another invisible threat. Exposure to either could have caused long-term health problems or even kill them on the spot. Yet somehow they managed to avoid all of that and push deeper into the mine. But just when it seemed like they were in the clear, they stumbled upon something that had the potential to end everything in an instant.
Got them pipes. Oh, wow. We have to climb that?
Yeah, don't everybody keep up. I got you. You're gonna be the lucky one to fall. This is going to America's Funniest when somebody falls.
That's a good idea. Alrighty. Oh, that's the table.
Don't touch that. The ropes. The main shaft.
Wow, so we're climbing down this rope.
Yeah. How far down?
How are we getting out of it?
Climbing up it.
I see.
Despite having barely any rope climbing experience, they pressed on undeterred. Driven more by thrill than caution, one of them, named Adam, volunteered to go first. What happened next was captured on their camera, and it shows just how quickly curiosity can spiral into catastrophe.
How far down does it go?
All the way down to that ladder. See where it's going down? Like a good 30 feet.
Where am I going to hook this camera?
I'll go first. I am. About 300 feet. You don't like to break up. You don't like to... Put it like he's doing it into your mouth. Yeah. It's all like this. Is it off now?
It's not. How am I going to get this thing down there? Yeah, but how am I going to get back up? I don't have...
Hey, good. Give you my belt. Strap it on.
Adam! Oh! Adam! Oh. Adam!
Yes.
Adam! Oh, God. Oh, God. Somebody help.
The rope Adam relied on was dangerously frayed, and the moment he shifted his full weight onto it, it snapped. He plummeted 65 feet into the dark shaft, losing consciousness on impact. By some miracle, none of his injuries were fatal. His friends, shaken but determined, managed to exit the mine and call for help. What followed was a tense, hours-long rescue mission. Against all odds, Adam was pulled from the shaft alive. The fact that they made it all out without a single fatality is nothing short of astounding. That shaft could have easily been over 100 feet deep, or Adam could have struck his head during the fall and died instantly. Worse still, if the rope had snapped while the last person was climbing down, the group might have been trapped with no way to call for help, slowly succumbing to starvation. Thankfully, the outcome was far less tragic. A few broken bones, cuts, and bruises. But the lesson remains. Curiosity can kill, especially in places like this. Joyride robberies and carjackings have become all too common these days, but there's a reason semi-trucks aren't often the target. In this case, the would-be thief quickly learned why. As soon as the driver realized what was happening, he took control of the situation by flooring it, speeding off with the suspect clinging on for dear life. The man can be heard pleading to be let off, but the driver, clearly fed up, kept going, seemingly intent on teaching him a lesson he'd never forget. Back in Time is a YouTube channel run by a couple named Chris and Meg who document their explorations of forgotten, decaying places, abandoned hospitals, old schools, and crumbling homes that time seemed to have left behind. One day, while studying old satellite maps, they noticed something unusual, an isolated farmhouse hidden deep in the countryside. It was barely visible from the nearest road and looked completely overtaken by nature. Judging by the thick overgrowth, it hadn't been touched in decades. Intrigued, they packed their cameras and headed out, expecting to find the usual collapsed ceilings, peeling wallpaper, rusted furniture, and from the outside, the house delivered exactly that. Broken windows, ivy swallowing the walls, a structure on the verge of collapse. But once they stepped inside, it felt different. The floors were rotten, the air was stale, and the rooms were filled with dust and decay. Then they noticed something stranger, dead birds. Not just one or two, but dozens scattered throughout the house, untouched and oddly intact. Still curious, they made their way to the second floor. That's when things took a turn they never expected.
Thin, narrow piece of carpet that comes all the way across. Absolutely nuts. Maybe we'll come into this bedroom here. And wow. What an absolute beauty this place is. Try to get the light a bit better on there, but look at that bed. The old Zimmer frame. So they've still got the old bag. That's what the old people use these days, don't they? Get all their shopping in. Little table there with a few bits. Loving that wardrobe.
I'll just squeeze and stuff. Can I help you?
Oh my god! Help! You're alive!
You are?
Fuck.
You live in here, you can't live in here. Yeah?
No!
We can't.
We thought it was abandoned. We thought it was abandoned.
You can't live in here.
Holy shit! Are you okay? We thought.
How did you get in?
There's a window that's open downstairs.
Window open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open window. What we do,
we do
take
videos on.
pictures of like old farmhouses because we're really interested in it.
Oh.
We thought it was abandoned because of this.
No, you live in here.
Oh no.
You live in here. Is there no way you can go and look at it? Do you not think it's a bit?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You not got family?
No.
You haven't?
Oh Jesus Christ!
I haven't got anybody.
You scared the life out of. You literally scared the life out of me,
What
man.
is it we can do to help you?
Where are you from?
We live in
Hamptonshire.
I don't know where you know, we don't know. I've not got any kids and I've not got any grandkids.
Whose farm is this?
Yeah, it's farm here, yeah.
So is this not your farm then?
No.
Is this your house?
No.
It's not your house?
No.
So do you just live here then?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sorry. We didn't realise because of all the cobwebs and all the decay. We just assumed that it was abandoned.
Yeah. No.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What about food? How do you eat?
Where?
How do you eat food?
Yeah.
Do you eat food?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
At the end of a narrow hallway hidden inside what looked like a child's bedroom, Chris and Meg discovered something that left them speechless. A bed that was clearly still in use, and lying in that bed, surrounded by layers of dust, rotting walls, and an unsettling number of dead birds, was a woman. Her name was Jane. She was elderly, frail, and strangely serene, as though she had long since made peace with the decay around her. What unsettled the couple most wasn't just that she was alive in such grim conditions. It was how normal she made it all seem. Jane explained that she had lived in that house since 1993. She had originally come to help someone out just for a few days, but never left. She said she had enough food, mentioned a husband and a brother, and assured them everything was fine.
I was going to say to you, we're going away for the weekend, but we're back on Sunday or Monday. if there's anything that we can come and give to you, so we're only down the road.
Do you need any food or anything?
Like, if we can come and drop something off on Monday or something for you, anything like, they're your slippers? Yeah.
Do you want some new? Do you need some new slippers? Do you need anything?
Get you some new slippers and some nice blankets.
I'm alright for blankets.
Look at them, they're horrible.
But I've got some new ones.
Why don't you use them? Yeah, I think you should. The thing is, and your pillow as well, the thing is, everything is damp in here, it's going to make you ill.
Yeah, you end up
It's going to make you
on your
really
chest.
ill.
This guy's a dumb house, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's what I mean. And you're going to get ill. You've not got any family at all? No one? No? Have you ever had a husband? Was you married or?
Oh yeah.
You was?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if we could, do you sleep most of the day then?
Yeah.
You do? You just sleep? Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, on Monday, we drop some bits round.
Can we drop you some bits round?
Slippers and some food?
No, I don't want you to.
I know, but you know what? If I had room in my house, I'd tell you. I'd say, "Come on, you come to live with me."
Oh.
Honestly, I would. Because look at the state of this room. Look at the state of this house.
Chris and Meg, still trying to process the surreal moment, gently offered to help, maybe call someone or even just clean up. But Jane declined, her voice calm and unwavering. "I'm all right," she said. "You don't need to worry." It was a moment that left a mark, not just because of the place, but because of Jane herself. The way she lived, the calm certainty in her voice, the way she said everything was fine, even when it clearly wasn't. Chris and Meg did what any compassionate person would do. They contacted adult social services, unsure if Jane had simply fallen through the cracks or if something more sinister was at play. But the response they got was unexpected. The agency told them they were already aware of Jane. They didn't elaborate, didn't explain why she was still there, only that she hadn't been forgotten. And for reasons they couldn't share, she had been allowed to remain. Left with more questions than answers, Chris and Meg eventually said their goodbyes. They thanked Jane for letting them in, told her they'd return if she ever needed anything, and quietly stepped back into the light. But as they walked away from that crumbling farmhouse, they couldn't shake the unease that followed. Maybe it was the eerie stillness of the place, maybe it was the dozens of dead birds, or maybe it was something deeper. Something about a woman who had lived for decades in isolation, wrapped in silence, memory, and dust. To this day, no one really knows who Jane had come to help all those years ago. No one knows why she stayed, or what truly happened in that house. All anyone knows is she didn't want to be found, and yet somehow she was still there.
Whoa! Stop the car!
On the morning of January 27, 2024, a police officer patrolling in Waukegan, Illinois, spotted a stolen Hyundai Elantra sitting in a Starbucks parking lot. Inside the vehicle were two people, both sound asleep. The driver, later identified as 27-year-old April Rains, had no idea her quiet nap was about to be abruptly and dramatically interrupted. You don't want to miss this.
Hey, you don't see anybody in it, do you? Is there? Alright. Asleep. Get out the car. 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 Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Get out the car. Come out right now. We're gonna pull you out. Get out of the car. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Come out. Come out right now. We're gonna pull you out. Get out of the car. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Get. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Whoa! Stop the car!
What? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Hey, I didn't
Get on the ground.
Listen to the suspect's plea as the cops get him.
I didn't do anything now. Sir, I didn't do anything. I didn't even fight with you. What am I getting in trouble for? Now, please sit.
No, you can stand in a second.
Ow.
Come here. Stop resisting. Hey, can I get one more over here?
Please just stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm trying to just...
Put your hands behind your back. Kramer.
All right. Can you just let go for a second so I can...
Stand still, my man. Milo, watch that guy. Watch that guy. Watch that guy. Get out the car, bro. Kramer, keep your pedal on it. Hey, put your gun away. Put your gun away. Don't have to.
Get out the fucking comment!
Just let her go. We're not gonna jump on her.
Break the window.
Get on your face. You're under arrest. Do not move. Do you understand?
Joshua was charged with resisting a peace officer and trespassing in a vehicle. He was booked at the station and released shortly afterward. During the incident, April struck one of the officers with the open car door, breaking his ribs. After being brought to the Criminal Investigations Division for questioning, she attempted to escape by climbing into the ceiling and injured another officer's hand as they tried to pull her down. She was charged with aggravated battery causing great bodily harm to a peace officer, aggravated battery of a peace officer with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery causing great bodily harm, 3 counts of aggravated assault of a peace officer, criminal damage to property, 2 counts of aggravated DUI, improper use of registration or title, reckless driving, operating an uninsured vehicle, and driving without a license. In March 2025, April was sentenced to 7 years in prison for the incident. Hiking is meant to be peaceful, a way to reconnect with nature, breathe fresh air, and escape the chaos of daily life. But for 26-year-old Juliana Marantz, a tourist from Niterói, Brazil, what was supposed to be an unforgettable adventure turned into heartbreaking tragedy. On the morning of June 21, 2025, just after 6 a.m., Juliana set out with a small group of fellow tourists and a local guide to hike Mount Rinjani in Indonesia, one of the world's most stunning yet dangerous volcanoes. As they climbed the steep, unforgiving trails, Juliana began to feel overwhelmed by the altitude and physical strain. Exhausted, she asked the guide for a break, hoping for just a few minutes to catch her breath. But instead, staying with her, the guide made a devastating choice. She hadn't just collapsed. She had slipped and fallen over 1,000 feet, landing on a narrow rock ledge hidden deep inside the volcanic crater. Trapped and injured, Juliana was still alive. People nearby later said they could hear her cries for help echoing off the cliffs that morning.
Yotokol tamu ni. Yotokol andang tu no.
Oh, itu kan nonton kak.
Oh, yotokol ni darat.
Enggak center down, tidak lah notak. Soalnya lu center naik sih kita berjudu kan.
Darat kepindah nih. Yotokol.
Lapun tas masih jauh tas no. Amin.
Jadi selalu dia dari dulu dengan belakang dia sudah gitu. Kalau belakang dia trek, memang dia tak boleh bangun dia duduknya.
Start. Dale. See, wait. She looks so scary.
Yeah, she looks very scary. She just keep doing this, so I think she is.
She's trying to.
Not very sober. Yeah. She just.
No tiene el móvil, ¿no?
Sorry.
Aléjalo, estás desenfocando.
Her eyes.
Sí.
See?
Aléjalo.
But despite knowing she was out there, the rescue team couldn't reach her. The terrain was brutal, the fog thick, and the weather refused to cooperate. Every passing minute was critical, and through it all, Juliana remained alone, hurting, scared, hoping that help was on the way. But help never came. On June 24th, 4 agonizing days later, Indonesian officials confirmed what everyone feared. Juliana Marins had died. Her body was found wedged against the crater wall, nearly 600 meters down. It was only thanks to thermal drones that searchers were able to locate her at all. Recovery was just as difficult. Rescue teams had to brave treacherous conditions to bring her back down to the base camp at Sembalun. For her family and friends, the grief was unbearable, and so was the anger. They accused Indonesian authorities of delays, confusion, and even spreading false hope. At one point, officials claimed Juliana had been found and was being given food and water. That turned out to be untrue. The lie gave her loved ones hope, only to crush it soon after. Juliana wasn't some naive traveler. She was an experienced backpacker, someone who had spent months exploring Asia with confidence and heart. She was vibrant, adventurous, alive, and the thought that she may have sat alone on that cliff, cold, calling out, holding on for hours or even days, only makes the tragedy even more unbearable. Sometimes the scariest part of an adventure isn't nature itself, it's human failure. A careless decision, a rescue gone wrong, a silence that lasted too long, and for Juliana Marins, that silence cost her everything. On February 25th, 2022, the Borea Fuel Company brought in a team of 5 maintenance workers, Christopher, Kazim, Yusuf, Rishi, and Faisal, to reopen an underwater pipeline that connected their oil unloading dock to the refinery. Their plan involved using a pressurized habitat to access and repair the pipe safely. But not long after the men entered the habitat, something went terribly wrong. All 5 vanished without a trace, leaving the surface crew baffled. The mystery deepened until rescuers received footage from a GoPro attached to one of the diver's suits. What the video revealed was chilling. It showed the team struggling to loosen a stubborn valve that kept the pipe sealed. Kazim left briefly to grab a wrench and returned moments later, handing it to the others. Then, just seconds after that, disaster struck. The moment the valve was opened, the low pressure inside the pipe triggered a deadly chain reaction. A powerful vacuum formed instantly, pulling water into the habitat with tremendous force. At the same time, the compressed air inside violently shot all 5 men straight into the open pipeline. The suction was so intense that the divers didn't even have a chance to react. In the blink of an eye, they were all dragged into a narrow 30-inch wide pipe, one after another vanishing into the darkness. All 5 men had managed to find a temporary air pocket inside the pipe, but they were barely conscious, struggling to breathe. One of them had suffered a leg injury, and while the air pocket gave them a brief window of survival, it was only a matter of time before it ran out. Faced with no other choice, two of the men, Christopher and Faisal, decided to try and find a way out. Navigating through the flooded sections of the narrow pipe was grueling. After pushing forward for some distance, Faisal's strength gave out and he refused to continue. That left Christopher on his own. Driven by pure will, he pushed forward alone and eventually made it to the end of the pipe, where rescue teams managed to pull him out. Tragically, his 4 co-workers never made it out. Days passed with little to no serious rescue effort. Ultimately, the remaining men perished inside the pipe, trapped, helpless, and abandoned. The company's CEO later justified the inaction, claiming that sending in a rescue team would have put even more lives at risk. The response drew heavy criticism and public outrage, prompting the regional government to launch an inquiry into how such a catastrophic failure was even allowed to occur. But like many industrial tragedies before it, the hearings led nowhere. No one was held accountable. No sweeping reforms were made. The only gesture that followed was a financial one. In April 2025, the government announced a $1 million compensation package for each of the deceased diverse families, as well as for Christopher, the lone survivor. This harrowing video captures the terrifying moment 13-year-old Maria Rita nearly lost her life when her hair became entangled in a pool drain at a private residence in Piauí, Brazil. What began as a normal day of swimming quickly turned into a nightmare as Maria struggled underwater, unable to free herself. The powerful suction from the drain held her in place, and despite her desperate efforts, she couldn't break free. Thankfully, quick-thinking adults nearby noticed something was wrong and rushed to her aid. They dove into the water and after several frantic attempts, managed to entangle her hair and pull her to the surface. Maria was unresponsive at first, but thanks to immediate CPR and emergency care, she survived the ordeal. The incident serves as a chilling reminder of the hidden dangers in even the most familiar environments and the importance of proper pool safety. May 31st, 2025, an insane incident happened on this train in Seoul, South Korea. A man out of nowhere began pouring gasoline inside the train. Bystanders, understandably in fear, bolted. As that happened, the suspect ignited the flame and the fire rapidly spread. Another camera shows smoke spread, leaving passengers in a state of fear. 6 injuries were reported. However, no casualties, so there's that to be thankful for. Reports state the suspect was a 67-year-old man who was angry over a divorce ruling and began scoping out train cars to plan this horrific act. He was caught and charged with attempted murder and arson. A horrifying crash unfolded on August 6, 2018 near Bologna Airport in Italy. It began when a tanker truck carrying flammable materials slammed into a line of stationary vehicles caught in a traffic jam. The impact was immediate and violent. The truck erupted into flames, setting off a massive fireball and sending thick black smoke billowing into the sky, visible from miles away. Security cameras recorded the exact moment of the collision, and just minutes later, a powerful explosion shook the entire area. The bridge where the explosion occurred was completely demolished. Panic spread instantly, and nearby drivers scrambled to escape the growing flames. Tragically, the tanker truck driver lost his life in the blast. 68 others were injured, many suffering severe burns, and several were rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The force of the explosion caused part of the bridge to collapse, bringing traffic in the area to a standstill for hours. Despite the devastation, emergency responders acted swiftly, evacuating the area and preventing an already catastrophic event from escalating further. On April 28, 2000, 22-year-old Russian diving instructor Yuri Lipsky attempted to descend into the Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt. This spot is considered one of the deadliest diving sites in the world, with over 200 deaths in recent years. Before his dive, Yuri asked several local technical divers to accompany him, but they all declined. The type of deep dive he wanted to do usually takes at least a week to prepare for, but Yuri insisted on doing it within 2 days. After everyone refused, he decided to go alone, a decision that would cost him his life. He began the dive around noon and quickly vanished into the deep. Hours passed with no sign of him. Worried, his mother reached out to a local diver named Tarek Omar to search for her son. Tarek eventually found Yuri's body lying near the bottom of the Blue Hole. The next day, he returned with equipment to recover the body. While preparing to bring Yuri up, Tarek noticed a camera lying nearby. He retrieved that too, and inside was footage that captured Yuri's final moments in disturbing detail. The dive began like any other, with Yuri swimming near a group of fellow divers. But as he ventured deeper into the Blue Hole, the others disappeared from view and he was left completely alone. That's when everything began to unravel. First, he failed to monitor his gas levels properly, leading to nitrogen poisoning that quickly left him disoriented. By the time he realized something was wrong, he was already sinking fast. In a panic, Yuri attempted to inflate his buoyancy control device to stop its descent, but the sudden change in pressure caused it to rupture, leaving him without a way to rise safely back to the surface. As Yuri continued to sink, the increasing depth only worsened the effects of nitrogen poisoning. His breath became more labored, and the camera picked up the terrifying sounds of him gasping for air. Moments later, he drifted all the way down to the seafloor, 377 feet or 115 meters deep, where his life came to a tragic end. The only faint silver lining in this entire ordeal is the hope that Yuri's final footage may have helped save someone else. By showing exactly what went wrong, his story could serve as a sobering lesson for future divers, one that might spare another life. On February 4th, 2023, Chula Vista police were dispatched to an apartment complex after several 911 calls reported two people fighting aggressively in a stairwell. The altercation had reportedly gone on for hours, disturbing residents and creating a serious safety concern.
Back up.
Chula Vista
Back
police.
the up.
Chula Vista police.
Back the up, man. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Let me see your
Back
hands.
up. Back up.
Let me see your hands.
Don't shoot me, man.
Chula
Back
Vista
up.
police.
Back the up, man.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up.
Come out from behind
Back
there.
up.
The suspect refused to comply with officers' commands and repeatedly threatened to take the hostage's life, escalating the already dangerous situation.
Back up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't back up. Yes, I'm right. Don't do it, man. Back up. Back up. Back up. Motherfucker. Back up.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now. Drop the knife. Drop the knife now.
That's a nice situation. De-escalate the situation. Get out of here now. Back up. Get the back up. De-escalate. Dude, back up.
Drop the knife.
Back up.
Drop the knife.
Stop.
Drop the knife.
Back up, you guys.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
With commands being ignored and the threat ongoing, officers devised a tactical plan to bring the standoff to a safe resolution.
The knife.
Drop the knife. Chula Vista police. Back up.
Drop the knife.
Back up.
We're right here. He's got a knife to the guy's neck. Drop the knife. We're not going any further. Drop the knife. Back over there. Stand by. Move, move, move.
The hostage managed to get away safely. The 37-year-old suspect was taken to the hospital but lost his life from his injuries 2 days later. A high-rise building under construction collapsed in Bangkok after a powerful earthquake shook the region. The quake, which had a magnitude of 7.7 and originated in neighboring Myanmar, sent tremors strong enough to shake buildings across Thailand's capital. The collapse happened in the SHOUTOUT Park area, where dozens of people were reportedly trapped beneath the debris. Witnesses said the shaking was intense enough to spill water from rooftop pools and send crowds rushing into the streets in fear. Several typhoons have impacted Asia this year, but none came close to the strength of Typhoon Yagi. This one made landfall in Vietnam and has since been classified as a super typhoon, with wind speeds reaching up to 138 miles per hour or 223 kilometers per hour. It also hit Hainan's Hao region in China, where these intense scenes were filmed. As of the time this was recorded, the typhoon hadn't let up. In fact, it was still pounding parts of the country with increasing intensity. Meteorologists confirmed that after making landfall in the Philippines just days earlier, Typhoon Yagi didn't weaken. It doubled in strength. Now classified as a super typhoon, it matches the strength of a Category 5 hurricane. Conditions on the ground are deteriorating fast. It's every parent's worst fear, someone sneaking into their home and approaching their child while they sleep. That's almost what happened to a family in Vallejo. In the middle of the night, an intruder broke in. It wasn't until later that the family discovered the prowler had wandered into the baby's room. The 1-year-old was fast asleep in his crib as the stranger stood there, just watching. In the next room, a little girl was also asleep. Thankfully, nothing happened to the children, but the footage from the security camera is chilling. The intruder left with a few valuables, but the emotional toll is far greater. As one family member said, "Take anything, just not the kids." I'm gonna warn you, skip this if you're squeamish. A man, likely in Brazil based on the account that posted it, walked through an area absolutely infested with spiders. By the time he made it through, he was covered in webs and spiders. Watching the video is enough to make your skin crawl, but somehow he didn't seem fazed at all. No panic, no flinching, just calmly moving forward. If you've ever wondered what it takes to keep your cool in a creepy situation, this guy might be the extreme example. How would you react if you were in his place? Police arrived to the scene and the woman's reaction was a tearjerker.
Hey!
He's trying to rape me. Can you help?
Get off her, now! Come here, dude. Come here. You're good.
The police not only had perfect timing, but the woman had a clever plan when phoning the police. Listen to this.
What is the address of your emergency?
Yeah, I would like to order a pizza. I'm stuck in here.
Okay. Are you aware you're calling 911?
Yes, I'm sure I'm calling to that number. Trying to get a pizza.
What address are we going to?
So, you got my location, please.
You don't know your location?
No, basically no. I'm stuck in here. It won't take me back home. I'm trying to, but trying to get pizza. Pepperoni extra cheese.
Okay. How many people are there? Tell me.
Just me and him.
Do you have any weapons?
No.
You know his name?
I don't know say it carefully.
That's okay. That's okay. What's your name?
I would like to order extra cheese pizza.
Okay. Are you hurt?
The dispatcher immediately sensed something was wrong and kept the caller on the line, using her phone signal to help pinpoint her location. Deputies traced the call to a fernery field in Pearson. When they got there, they found the suspect on top of the victim. She was rescued just in time before anything worse could happen.
Hey!
He's trying to can you help
Get off her now!
Help me!
Get off her now!
Give us a channel.
Thank God! Thank you!
Don't you f***ing move! Don't you f***ing move!
Come here, dear.
Thank you,
Come here. You good? 21 says to clear the channel.
Thank you, Lord!
We're good. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here.
Thank you, Lord! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you, Lord! Thank you, Jesus!
We got him mail secure.
He's trying to me!
It's hard to imagine what might have followed if deputies hadn't found her when they did. Hernandez Mano, who was in the US illegally, was arrested and charged with attempted sexual battery, battery by strangulation, and false imprisonment. While undergoing a routine inspection at an auto dealership in Badizu, Turkey, a car's engine suddenly exploded. The owners, who were still sitting inside, bolted from the vehicle in a panic as flames erupted from under the hood. Dealership employees quickly grabbed fire extinguishers and managed to put out the blaze before it caused further damage. Thankfully, no one was hurt and the fire didn't spread, avoiding what could have easily turned into a far more serious disaster. On August 23, 2022, law enforcement responded to a call about a possible battery situation. When they arrived, they were met with a chaotic scene and conflicting stories from several people. The situation kicked off when Katrina, a woman being questioned by officers, revealed there was a history of domestic violence between her and another individual, possibly her father.
I'm on the phone with 911. You can hang up. Bye. Do you need medical attention at all? No. Do you have any cuts or anything on you? No.
He's abusive.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait.
And he's trying to sit there and claim those are mine so he can get away with abusing me, but my face hurts from him punching me in it.
I haven't touched it.
Listen, we aren't gonna argue right now, just...
At first, medics were called in to check on Katrina, who claimed she'd been physically abused. She pointed to bruising and pain from being punched, saying the injuries were caused by the man who was there at the scene. There was also mention of a third person, Kennedy, who had apparently left the scene earlier, possibly in a car. It wasn't clear what role Kennedy played, but there was some suspicion she might have been involved in the altercation.
He's done this before.
I have not.
Yeah, he has. You beat my mom, you liar!
Stop yelling. Sit down.
I honestly think she might just be unconscious if she's not answering me or anything.
Oh, who was in the car that left?
Kennedy.
Who's Kennedy?
She
She's
left.
providing him with the alcohol.
No. She dropped me off and left.
Okay, cool. Police Department, Kennedy.
He's abusive. Do not let him lie. He beat the shit out of my mom and went to jail.
Hey,
don't let him lie.
Stop.
I'm okay.
Been better? Yeah. Do you need medics?
No, they talk to me. What's her name?
Katrina.
It's women.
Hey, Katrina. Who's Kennedy? Is that your other roommate?
Yeah.
Is she inside the apartment?
I don't know.
You said that's the person that left in the vehicle, right? Yeah, white Lexus.
Fire saw her leaving white Lexus.
White Lexus were over the black hood.
As officers tried to piece things together, they learned that Katrina and her father had gotten into a heated argument earlier that day, which escalated into violence. Katrina said her father had dragged her out of an apartment and punched her in the face, causing visible injuries. She also claimed he bit her during the fight, leaving scratches and marks on her body.
Okay, what happened was
I'm gonna stand under here.
she came back from the beach. She went to the beach today with a friend.
All right.
She got on the couch. She was, I thought, intoxicated.
Okay.
So we're just,
How old is she?
She's 18.
Okay.
She's kind of out of it. So it's a little tense, but nothing bad. And then we got a little puppy, and she grabs the puppy by one leg and just grabs it into her room. So I said to her, please don't grab the puppy like that. Okay? she's like, oh, I take care of the puppy. We've had the puppy for 1 week. So she starts in on me. Oh, we've had the, you don't help with the puppy at all, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, Katrina, that's not what I'm talking about. I said, I just don't want you to grab the puppy like that. And then she just explodes.
Figure it out. I don't know.
Do you have any actual injuries?
She?
Yeah.
She said her head hurts, but when I asked her if she had injuries, she said no, and then medics got over it, and she said her head hurt.
It's been up and down for a long time. Her mother, who had custody of her, kicked her out. I've had her for the last year. We've always had these problems. She jumped. She started to physically attack me. Oh, those aren't mine, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, this is alcohol. And I actually went over to Kennedy's after I got away. I don't know if they're home or not, but this has been a problem with Kennedy, and I'm like...
So your daughter caused all the laceration, all the cuts on you?
Yes, she bit. These are bite marks.
Okay.
She literally had me bitten, and I had to kind of bounce her down on the bed to get her off me.
Okay.
And then I tried to get away, and she kept coming at me, screaming. And, this has happened with us.
So who was the original caller in this?
I think it was Katrina. I went over to Kennedy.
We haven't spoke to her yet. We just spoke to her.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, witness, possibly a neighbor, reported seeing Katrina's father covered in blood as he left the scene, which raised even more concern for the officers. They also found out that Katrina had tried to run for help, shouting at neighbors to call the police, which raised more red flags about her safety.
Last time you seen Kennedy, physically?
Basically, 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay. What made you think she was in danger when I first got here?
There was a guy walking up covered in blood, cuts and scratches, and there's blood going up the doorway.
Okay, and then you seen him leave?
Yeah.
But you didn't actually ever see him with Kennedy at all?
No, he's walking up from there.
As the investigation continued, Katrina revealed that she'd seen her father abuse her mother in the past and had been a victim of similar abuse herself. She described a pattern of violent behavior from him, including past incidents of physical abuse, emotional control, and manipulation. Now, officers were trying to figure out if the altercation was a one-sided attack or a more mutual confrontation.
First of all, I went to come here and confront from my apartment, and he followed me downstairs talking about how he's gonna hit me and all this stuff. Obviously I can't, because I can't remember everything because I've been so stressed out and there's all these pups and I'm super nervous. But I was just on the phone with my mom, and I want her to come here and I want her to come talk to you because she will tell you, because I'm super understand, and I've watched my dad beat my mom, I've watched my dad beat me, I've watched my dad beat the neighbors, and I've watched the neighbors hate my dad because he's abusive.
Okay.
He's actually abusive, and he's gonna sit here and try and swear he's not, but he actually is, and that's why my mom divorced him. And I'm just, I can't even remember what he said because I'm so upset because of everything that happened, and I just want to talk to him and have him come here and come vouch for me and come say what
take
he's...
a breath. Take a breath. Okay.
Despite the emotional back and forth, it was clear that Katrina had been involved in a physical altercation with her father. Both parties had injuries. Katrina had marks on her face from being punched, and her father had scratches and bite marks from the fight. Katrina insisted that her father had started the violence by punching her without warning. She also claimed he was lying about what happened, accusing him of trying to cover up his abusive behavior.
He dragged me when I came over here, and I don't even remember that good because I'm so traumatized and I just want to call.
Okay, so you got home. You were with your friend and you got home.
Yeah, and I just remember being upstairs and him dragging me from the apartment building, being like, you can't come up here.
Let's see if those two people are the same thing.
And I
Why does he have bite marks and scratches over him? How did that happen?
Because we argued, and because I brought him to the ground after we argued, but that was because after he hit me.
So he hit you first. Where? On your eye? Do you mind if I feel it?
Yeah, feel it, because it hurts. It's right up here.
Even though Katrina maintained she was the victim, officers ultimately decided to arrest her for battery. They based their decision on the physical evidence and her father's version of events, which seemed to match the injuries he had.
Because literally when she bites, she clamps down on me. Okay.
I didn't see that before. Can you roll your sleeves up a little bit so I can get another picture?
Okay. This is what happened.
Yes. And just hold him out kind of like this. Perfect.
He punched me in the face. It hurt super bad.
So he randomly just punched you in the
Yeah.
face?
Yeah, he punched me in the face.
Okay, and then how did he get all those scratches and everything?
I started scratching him back. I started telling him to stop scratching me.
He was scratching you?
Yeah, he was scratching me. And
Okay.
I started telling him to get off me because he's done this before. I've seen him beat my mom.
Katrina was frustrated and in disbelief, arguing that she was just defending herself against her father's abuse.
All right, Katrina. So I'm gonna be upfront with you, okay? Based on the investigation, I'm gonna place you under arrest for battery. Against what I need you to do is turn around and put your hands behind your back. Just stay like that for me, okay? I'll be able to explain anything that you need explaining.
You haven't even really actually talked to him.
We did talk to him.
He's a liar.
It's based on the totality of the circumstances, based on the injuries that he has and the stories that he's saying, the events. His story is okay. Okay, if that's what you think.
The whole situation was complicated by the emotional intensity of the scene and the conflicting reports. While Katrina stuck to her story of being an ongoing victim of abuse, the officers had to make a decision based on the evidence, which suggested both she and her father had been involved in the violence. Her arrest was just the beginning of an investigation into the full scope of the violence between the two, which would ultimately determine the charges and what legal actions would follow. A shocking moment caught on video shows a dump truck speeding wildly down a road, swerving into the opposite lane. The 61-year-old driver was in the middle of a seizure, completely unable to control the vehicle. The truck slammed through a utility pole, cut across 3 lawns, and then crashed into a house at about 40 miles per hour.
Oh my god.
This terrified mom was clutching her baby as she darted across the street, trying to get away from the chaos unfolding around her. Another video shows the disturbing aftermath with cries of help coming from inside the house. This happened in Woodbury Heights, New Jersey. A 72-year-old man was relaxing in his chair at home when disaster struck. A dump truck, out of control and moving fast, came barreling through the neighborhood and slammed straight into his house. Neighbor Derek Keating said the homeowner ended up trapped inside. The homeowner and the driver both survived. Do you believe in miracles? I'd say this qualifies as one. One powerful punching and shearing press, 4 workers, and 0 safety measures. No interlock system, no 2-hand control, no light curtain to stop the machine if someone enters the danger zone. Just a cost-cutting setup with overworked operators. This isn't a random accident. It's a failure built into the system. Incidents like this are frequently described as one-off tragedies, but in reality, many are the result of systemic design failures and preventable conditions. This short video shows a traffic jam causing miscommunication. Eventually, a collision occurs, sending the men tipping over. Watch this. To my knowledge, no one was hurt. Afraid to go on rides? Show this to your friends who make fun of you. Maybe you'll get them on board.
What the hell was that? Oh my god!
Turns out the ride wasn't broken at all. Apparently, this is just how that one seat is designed. And yes, it's as wild as it looks. It's kind of funny once you realize it's intentional, but definitely not the kind of surprise you want mid-ride. She was totally fine in the end, but something tells me she won't be hopping on that ride again anytime soon. Surveillance footage from a shop in Myanmar captures the exact moment a powerful earthquake strikes, sending shelves toppling and products flying through the air. matter of seconds, what was a normal day turns into chaos as the tremor violently shakes the entire building. Items crash to the floor and customers scramble for cover, highlighting just how sudden and dangerous these seismic events can be. You won't believe this heart-stopping footage. A mooring line on a container ship suddenly snapped under high tension, recoiling violently and striking a nearby worker. Fortunately, the line hit an edge first, which helped reduce the force of the impact. Incidents like this highlight just how dangerous mooring lines can be. It's crucial to stay clear of the snapback zone at all times. Trying to rob a convenience store is already a bad idea, but doing it with a fake gun takes it to another level of foolish. Despite this guy's bold approach, the clerk doesn't even flinch. He stares the would-be robber down, clearly recognizing the plastic toy in his hands for what it is, and knowing full well the guy isn't a real threat. The robber was visibly angry as he stormed off. It's great no one got hurt. Two off-road motorcyclists had a near disaster on January 30th while riding in Russia's Kanash region. As they crossed the frozen river, the ice gave way, sending both riders plunging into the freezing water below. The lead rider was cruising across a frozen river when the ice suddenly gave way, plunging both him and his motorcycle into the icy water. The rider behind followed the same path and met the same fate. Both racers were injured, one with a broken collarbone, the other with a shoulder injury. It's a harsh reminder that extreme sports come with serious risks, and proper precautions are never optional. This video is crazy as police had to have young ones from their father who had just wounded their mother, aka his own wife. On July 24, 2016, a custody dispute between a separated couple in Volusia County escalated into violence when Emmanuel Rosado shot his wife in the leg with a rifle. The horrifying part? Their three young ones witnessed it all. Deputies raced to the scene, ready to put themselves in danger to prevent what could have become an even worse tragedy.
Stay down, ma'am. Stay down. Stay down.
As gunfire erupted, one officer stayed low behind a tree while another made a bold move, rushing into the line of fire to pull the injured woman to safety. She had jumped out the window after being shot in the leg, while the shooter, Emmanuel Rosado, kept firing his rifle.
Stand up with your hands up. Do it now. Palm to us. Keep your hands up. Turn around and walk towards our voice.
Guys, remember, that might not be the shooter, so you stay behind cover and confirm it.
Keep walking towards us. Keep walking. Go down to your knees. Keep your hands where you can see them.
Seeing himself surrounded, he surrendered. He was arrested and hit with charges including attempted murder, aggravated assault, and child abuse. He's now serving a 30-year sentence. The woman survived and fully recovered. The last thing you'd expect to see in a mall after hours is a child, let alone a ghostly one, but that's exactly what a mall security guard in Brazil claims he captured on video at 2:30 in the morning. The footage, later shared on Reddit, shows a small figure riding an escalator in the distance. Why the escalator was even running at that hour is a mystery on its own. The guard rushes over to check it out, but when the camera pans up, there's no one there. Just silence and shadows. Then, as the guard turns around, a faint figure in white suddenly darts across the floor behind him, skipping into darkness. A commenter translated the Portuguese in the video. The guard says, "See, what did I tell you? Look at her there. This is the second time I've seen her this week. I had to film this to prove it. No one ever believes me." Well, they might believe him now. A widely shared video on social media captures a chaotic scene in West Bengal's Hooghly district, where an elephant causes havoc. In the video, a group of people is seen waiting outside what looks like a medical store. Suddenly, the calm breaks. People start shouting and scattering in every direction. Moments later, an elephant charges into view, heading straight for the shop. Stunned by the unexpected chaos, bystanders watch as the elephant crushes a scooter parked out front before turning and walking off. It's bad enough when any driver loses control, but in this case, the runaway vehicle is a septic truck. In the top right corner of the footage, you can see it gaining speed fast, and given what it's hauling, this is definitely a situation you won't want spiraling out of control. Seconds later, the truck backs over a line of scooters and then tips, spilling its contents across the road, nearby houses, and everything else in its path. Even minutes after the crash, human waste is still pouring from the tank as the driver paces nearby, frantically calling for help. No matter how you look at it, it was a rough and messy day for everyone involved. A tractor trailer in Dong Ngai Province, Vietnam came to a sudden stop, causing disaster in seconds. A massive steel coil, which hadn't been properly secured, broke loose and rolled forward. It crushed the cab of the truck, flattening it under its weight. The trailer had been hauling 3 large steel coils when things went wrong. The coil position closest to the truck's cabin wasn't properly secured. The chain used just wasn't strong enough. When the driver came to a sudden stop, that coil broke loose and rolled forward, crashing right into the cabin and crushing it. Incredibly, no one was injured, not even the driver. In Navi, someone set up fireworks carelessly and the launchers ended up firing directly into the balconies of a nearby apartment building. The blasts shattered windows and sparked a fire, turning what was supposed to be a celebration into a dangerous accident. This clip captures the moment a fast-acting father stopped the fire from spreading at a gas station in Thailand while carrying his baby on his back. He was refueling his motorcycle in Ratchaburi province on February 11th when the pump suddenly went up in flames. The blast came dangerously close to the child in the carrier, but before the fire could spread, the dad grabbed a nearby extinguisher and put it out. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Here we have perhaps the most bizarre robbery ever. In Vancouver, a man wielding a machete scared staff at a restaurant. Oddly, he sliced meat off a rotisserie chicken. But he didn't stop there. Soon after looting, he smuggled sauce bottles. According to sources, Sidney Hayden, the suspect, was arrested blocks away. He was charged with robbery and possession of a dangerous weapon for sinister intent. He must have been really hungry. In one of the UK's oldest pubs, Ye Old Man in Scythe in Bolton, something chilling was caught on camera. At 6:18 a.m., the pub's CCTV system suddenly stopped. When the staff reviewed the footage, they noticed something eerie just before the cameras cut out. A shadowy figure standing by the bar. Manager Tony Dooley had come in that morning to find a glass shattered on the floor. Suspicious, he checked the video and spotted what looked like a ghost. The experience shook him. While he'd always been skeptical of the paranormal, seeing the figure made him rethink things. He'd heard odd noises in the pub before, but chalked it up to the old building creaking. Now he's not so sure, and it wouldn't be out of place for this pub to have a few ghosts lingering. After all, it dates back to 1251. The building even witnessed a deadly massacre in 1644 and is rumored to house more than 25 spirits, including a dog and a young girl. But the figure in this video wasn't small. It towered over the bar. So, was it the spirit of James Stanley, the 7th Earl of Derby, or something else entirely? You decide. A tourist in eastern China was thrown into a steel frame after a rope snapped while they were on a swing. The accident happened suddenly, turning what should have been a fun ride into a serious safety scare. A disturbing video from January 26 in Ningbo, Zhejiang province shows the moment a swing rope suddenly snaps, sending the rider crashing into a steel support frame. The impact was brutal, first as he slammed into the frame on the way down, then again as the swing flung him back up. Reports say the man suffered a broken leg and required surgery, but is now in stable condition. A worker tries to light a hydrogen balloon with a lighter, hoping for a quick fix, but it backfires fast. The leaking gas ignites instantly, creating a sudden fireball. Open flames and flammable gases don't mix. If you're dealing with pressurized or hydrogen-filled items, always follow proper safety procedures. At Kyrgyzstan's Karakol Mountain Resort, things got tense when a parked minibus ended up directly beneath the moving cable car. As one of the tourists passed overhead, her skis got caught on the vehicle's trunk. She nearly slipped out of her seat. Thankfully, she regained her balance and no one was seriously hurt. In southern China, two quick-thinking boys helped save a girl from falling over a high wall by holding onto her hands until adults arrived. The video, filmed in Chongqing on February 26, shows the girl dangling dangerously while the boys gripped her tightly. Moments later, nearby adults rushed in and pulled her back to safety. Thanks to the young one's fast reaction, she was rescued without injury. A massive gas pipeline blast in Putra Heights, Malaysia, sent a towering mushroom-shaped cloud into the sky, drawing comparisons to a nuclear detonation due to its size and intensity. A huge explosion erupted when a fire broke out in a gas pipeline in Putra Heights located near Malaysia's capital, Kuala Lumpur. The blast was so intense it forced authorities to evacuate nearby residential areas as a precaution. Thankfully, the fire was eventually brought under control. In total, 305 people were safely rescued and relocated. On the evening of April 26, 2024, officers were called out to an apartment complex after reports came in about two people allegedly pulling weapons on each other. The situation escalated quickly once they arrived on the scene.
I'm on the phone with the police right now.
Nothing gonna happen to you, dog. Just keep your hands up.
I hope so, because the world about to end and somebody me.
As the officers neared the apartment, they found a man, later identified as a tenant, caught in a tense standoff. He was visibly distressed, speaking to the police on the phone while urgently pleading for his safety. Officers tried to calm him down, assuring him that he wasn't necessarily under arrest, and asked him to follow their instructions.
All right, I'm listening to y'all.
Just to your knees.
Yeah, please, thank you. So we can take care of that.
Can you go to your belly?
I'm not touching anything, sir.
Go ahead to your belly.
Please, can y'all take the gun off me, please?
We're gonna do that.
See right there, he's right there.
Okay.
Rashawn, we can't do anything until we get. Listen, go down.
I'm going from out here.
Go down, brother. Come on, man, you gonna do this to me? Go down, bro.
Yeah.
Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Just go abs down.
Now turn on your stomach.
Why am I going to jail?
You're not going to jail.
I just told y'all, why you open the door? You called the police, right?
Ray Sean, you gonna do this to me?
No, just grab the gun.
Bro, I will once you turn around and go on your stomach.
If I go on my stomach, you won't see the gun.
And then we're gonna listen.
Can I lay on my back?
Despite the repeated reassurances, the man seemed confused, emotionally overwhelmed, and began spouting paranoid comments about the world ending, feeling threatened, and mentioning a gun on the ground nearby.
Is she running? Is she running?
You old lethal.
Can you please come here and grab? Listen.
No, I'll put my stuff down.
Please. Don't.
Can you go down?
Please don't.
All right. You want me to do it? You want me to do it? Want me to get it?
Grab it.
Want me to get it?
No, grab the gun. Please don't me, because I called the police. Okay. And that gun is registered. Clear. And whoever me, this world about to end right now.
We're not gonna you, bro.
No. You understand? No, yeah.
We just detained.
They right there.
We detained you.
Hey, chill out. Good
Look, you don't wave. My phone's right there. Can I get my phone? Why did he grab me like that?
Eventually, the man complied with the officer's commands and was taken into custody without any physical confrontation. During questioning, he claimed that a 12-year-old boy had threatened him with a weapon, saying, "Let's do it right now." He also said that earlier that day he had been harassed by a manager at his job at the Cheesecake Factory. However, police began to suspect the man was under the influence of narcotics, as his behavior was erratic. His speech was slurred, and he showed signs of paranoia, such as dry mouth. It was later confirmed that he was carrying a weapon and had not complied fully with the officers, leading to his arrest.
That's my bag. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm about to look at my son, and y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to ask me. The 12-year-old that's in the office or wherever he's at, he just pulled a gun out on me, or tried to, and said, "Let's do it right now." Somebody here in the look, man, come on. What you want to illuminate, bro? Hard? He probably illegal trying to me.
Okay.
But they need to. Can y'all run the cameras back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
the So I hope it's on police report that the police was called to my house.
Now, who was bothering you? Why did you call? Did you call the police on it, or did somebody else call?
So look, I go to the Cheesecake Factory. You know I work at the Cheesecake Factory, right? So I go up there, right? And I tell my manager, Matt, I think his name Matthew or Nathaniel or whatever. I don't know his real name, but you know how they go by. Can I stand up?
I see you.
Give me some help.
Yes.
All right. No, don't take my ID off. Hey, yo, don't take my.
You
she right there.
Causing the scene, bro.
I'm not causing no scene.
Because you get on the other side.
Listen, am I gonna have to carry you like a can?
All right, listen. Wherever y'all about to take me,
come on.
Y'all make sure y'all do your job. Because I'm coming back.
Watch your head.
What you doing?
I'm getting you in the car.
Why you take my ID?
Because you're not.
All right. Where you reaching for?
Hold on his teeth.
On his.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Stuff on the ground. Where the rest of his stuff at?
Come on back here.
Where the rest of his stuff at?
Okay.
Give me the rest of his stuff.
I'm going to ask you to step outside and talk to you. Okay.
For what?
The focus soon shifted to a woman who identified herself as the man's partner or the mother of his children. She became visibly agitated and confrontational when officers began questioning her and gathering evidence.
What can I do for you?
Stuff on the ground. Where the rest of his stuff at?
Come on back here.
Where the rest of his stuff at?
Okay.
Give me the rest of his stuff.
I'm going to ask you to step outside and talk to you. Okay.
For what? It's not nothing you got to talk to me about. You took him to jail already. Can I get the rest of his stuff?
It's probably out there.
Where's it at?
Out there.
Why would you call the police on his son?
He literally called the police on his son. The 12-year-old kid
He said if they don't come right now,
everybody's going to die.
I swear to God.
He literally started waving his gun out here, and he had.
Why do you think everybody else saw it? He like now.
He had narcotics on him.
When officers asked her to leave the property, since she wasn't on the lease, tensions rose. She refused to follow their orders, and that's when they informed her that she was under arrest for menacing.
Ma'am, we need you to come over here. Ma'am, you're under arrest for menacing right now. Okay? Come here. Stop.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
I need you to stop. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
I'm not under arrest.
You're under arrest.
No,
Stop.
No, I'm not.
100. I need more units here. Non-compliant female. You just stop walking.
For what? You're not about to arrest me for nothing. I didn't do nothing. No, you didn't arrest them for nothing.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Call somebody that you know.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Come on, Mama.
Turn around.
Can you wait? Can I get my kids situated?
Her resistance only made things worse. As officers tried to arrest her, she physically fought back and even bit one of the officers on the leg. In response, they deployed a taser to subdue her.
Get to your stomach. Hey, don't fight me. Don't fight me.
How you want me? How was turn around?
Get on your stomach.
You want me? You want me?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
She was eventually restrained and handcuffed, all the while screaming at the officers, accusing them of using excessive force and insisting that she was being treated unfairly. She demanded her phone to call her mother to care for her children and threatened legal action, claiming police brutality and misconduct. Medics were called in to treat the officer who had been bitten and the woman who had been tased. While officers and EMTs worked to calm her down and address her taser wounds, she continued to protest and express frustration. Despite her ongoing distress, the situation was eventually brought under control. She was placed in a police vehicle, still loudly voicing her displeasure. As the dust settled, witnesses including the apartment complex's property manager gave statements. The manager noted that the man had generally been peaceful in the past, but his behavior had become increasingly erratic. They confirmed that drugs were involved and explained that out of a personal relationship with the tenant, they had avoided calling the police in the past. In the end, the woman was charged with disorderly conduct, assault on an officer, and resisting arrest, while the man faced charges of aggravated menacing, carrying a concealed weapon, and drug possession. Since Sunday, May 11, 2025, police in Nashville had been searching for 29-year-old Tadarius Milan Hunt. He was wanted for shooting a 44-year-old employee of the Nashville Rescue Mission right outside the front doors of the Lafayette Street shelter. Witnesses say Hunt ran up and opened fire, hitting the man in the chest and legs. The victim had reportedly banned Hunt from the property earlier that morning. The victim was rushed into surgery at Vanderbilt University Medical Center and, despite being in extreme critical condition, was able to speak with detectives. An arrest warrant for attempted murder was issued for Hunt, who was considered armed and dangerous. The following day, just after 11 a.m. on May 12, Officer Jaron Brees spotted Hunt on Division Street. Officer Clayton Lewis arrived from the other side of the bridge to assist. Hunt pulled out a handgun and fired at the officers, grazing Lewis's leg. The officers returned fire, hitting Hunt critically.
Hey, buddy, come here. Come here. Hey, let me see your hands.
Reese, I'm coming across the bridge on Division now. Where do you need me? You better stop. You better stop. Stop! Stop! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Are you hit?
Yeah.
Are you hit?
I think I got hit in the leg. Something hit me in the leg.
He was taken to the hospital where he later died. His 9mm pistol was recovered at the scene. Officer Lewis was treated and released. The gas station in Voronezh, Russia. A driver somehow ended up setting his own car on fire while filling it with petrol. Surveillance footage shows him using a lighter near the gas tank, sparking an immediate flame. It's unclear what he was trying to do or whether the fire was put out before it consumed the entire vehicle. Either way, it's a dangerous reminder that open flames and fuel never mix. check out this terrifying footage of a mother and her young one just avoid tragedy. A mother and her child were just seconds from disaster when a large object plummeted from the roof of a nearby building, smashing into the ground only inches from where they stood. The incident, caught on camera, serves as a chilling reminder of the hidden dangers that exist in urban environments, where something as simple as a walk down the sidewalk can turn deadly in an instant. Their narrow escape highlights the urgent need for stricter building safety measures and regular maintenance to prevent debris from turning public spaces into hazards. In a moment that could have ended in tragedy, the fact that they walked away unharmed feels nothing short of miraculous. Seeing a fuel truck barreling downhill, the rider quickly veered off to the side of the road just in time to avoid a dangerous collision. Security footage shows the exact moment a fuel truck with failed brakes barreled down a highway and slammed into a parked car. The cause of the brake failure is still unclear. Fortunately, the driver appears to have survived the impact. Even more remarkably, a motorcyclist heading in the opposite direction managed to swerve just in time to avoid getting caught in the crash. It's a kind of close call that reminds you how quickly things can go wrong on the road. On June 6, 2024, police were called to a furniture store after employees reported that a woman who had been tied to a $30,000 fraud case at the same store about a year earlier had shown up again. Take a look.
They think she's probably about to do something today. That's why they called. They just want her ID'd and escorted out. He's deciding if he wants to actually trespass or not, but at the very least we can try to ID him. Sounds like she has a couple different aliases. Trespass would give us the hard cement of we need to get your ID now because we need to put on record. One with the hat on. Copy. So they want the trespass to be issued for both. Go ahead. Hey, ma'am. Can I talk to you? Yeah. Do you have an ID on you? Yeah. So the store is telling us that there's something going on between you and them.
Me and them?
Yeah, that's what they're telling us. So.
I've never done nothing. I'm confused.
Okay. Well, they're telling me one thing. That's why I'm coming to talk to you, and that's why I'm requesting your identification. So.
Okay. It's in the car. That's weird. How? We just walked in the store.
Okay. I understand. Whatever you have going on with them, I'm not exactly sure the depths of the details, but it sounds like they're expecting or investigating you for some kind of fraud or something like that. So, go ahead.
I didn't even apply for that.
I'm just telling you what they told me.
Officers confronted the woman and this happened.
Ma'am, do you have an ID on you as well? I was talking to her. What's that?
What you mean by it? Right.
Look, I just explained to her you guys are...
Get your cars, because that's where I'm for a lawsuit. So, I'm like completely confused. Right.
The store is suspecting you of some kind of fraud, like I said.
Why? Because we're black?
No, not at all.
How is that suspected? I've never heard of it.
They're letting us know that you two have supposedly, allegedly committed some kind of fraud at other locations. They recognized you, so they called us.
No, never.
Comments on the video weren't pleased with the woman suggesting this to be a race issue when she appears guilty. Keep watching.
Do you have your ID, ma'am?
Yeah, and I would like an apology.
Apology from who?
From the store and whoever else. That's crazy to me.
Is your middle initial Z or L? Do you think that's her? The first one?
I don't know. She has 2 DLs on her too.
2 driver's licenses?
Yeah, I saw the back one sitting in the purse. She tucked it back in and she gave me this one.
Okay. I'm convinced that it's her though. She looks a little different, huh? When was it issued? Might just be like an old photo or... Hey, it's Denby. Hi, could you do me a favor and call Downers Grove and see if actively investigating the fraud, I'm not sure exactly when it occurred, but it sounds like within the last probably week or so. Apparently this individual uses a bunch of different IDs. She has a couple different aliases that the store has been passing around. They're convinced it's her, so I want to make sure I actually have the right person before I go issuing a trespass just yet. So there's no reason why they're telling me that you guys are being investigated for fraud?
No reason. And then he just said they're going to give us a no trespassing for what?
Well, again, they have enough to believe that you have committed fraud at other locations, right? That's, again, why they're calling us in the first place at all. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here if they didn't.
I didn't even know that that was a thing, like, to suspect somebody of fraud that never even did a transaction.
To suspect somebody of something, you don't necessarily need to know 100% that they committed.
Unsuspecting them?
To investigate the possibility of a crime being committed, sure.
I've never heard of that.
Hold on one sec. All right, it's Officer Andrews. I got a pretty good feeling that the ID that the first one gave me is not going to be her. She looks a little bit different, and she seems a little bit older. I guess the ID belongs to somebody who's 22. The address, she verified her date of birth. Give me time, B. Tell me we got one running. Get on the ground, do it now. Get on the ground. Stay down. You're under arrest. Cuffs. Go check on her. Stop pulling. Stop reaching. Tuck your knee. Tuck your knee and roll. There you go. Do you have shoes on? Stop pulling away from me. Stop pulling away from me. Stop. I am not. I'm locking you to my squad. I got it. Let's go. Do not move.
Stop talking
Do not
to me.
move.
Stop talking to me like that.
No.
It's hot in here. It's hot.
I know you were tapping on the window, but I don't want to talk to you because
I was saying it was hot.
Let me read this to you real quick. All right. So you have the right to remain silent. Whatever you say can and will be used against you in court.
When she arrived at the station, officers took her fingerprints, which revealed more than 10 aliases tied to previous arrests. She was released shortly afterward with a court date already on the books. This happened in Vietnam and shows a young girl with insane reflexes cheating death like it's a Final Destination movie. The moment she stepped into the room, something felt off, and she instinctively turned and ran. Just seconds later, the ceiling came crashing down. Her quick reaction and sharp instincts likely saved her from what could have been a life-threatening collapse. On the morning of March 30, 2025, an Overland police officer pulled into a gas station parking lot on Page Avenue after getting an alert about a white Chevy Sonic linked to an aggravated battery case involving an officer in Caseyville, Illinois. When officers approached the car, they ordered both the driver and passenger to get out. The passenger did. The driver didn't.
Lift your hands. Don't move. Don't move. Get out of the fucking car. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Get out of the car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
You run, you're getting bit. You run, you're getting bit.
You're gonna get bit.
Get on the ground. Get out of the car now. Get out of the fucking car. On your stomach.
Get out of the car. Do it.
Get out of the car. Do it now. There's nowhere to go. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the fucking car now.
Get on the ground.
Instead, the driver tried to run. The officer tackled him and during the struggle, fired a shot hitting the suspect in the arm.
You run, you get bit.
Get on the ground. Do it now. Hey.
Get him, get him, get him. Here, here, go help him. Get on the ground now. Oh, shit. On the ground, put it down, turn over, turn over, turn over. On your stomach, on your stomach, on the stomach, hands behind your back. Shots fired. Hands behind your back. You're all right, you're all right. 2 David 81, shots fired.
That man was later identified as 28-year-old Eddie Washington, who also had a parole violation warrant. He was taken to the hospital with a non-life-threatening injury and is now facing charges for resisting arrest. His bond was set at $5,000 cash only. The passenger was arrested without incident. We've all seen bad driving, but this one's on another level. A construction worker is clearly waving, trying to stop the driver before disaster strikes. There's a huge hole right in the middle of the road, surrounded by obvious signs of ongoing work, and yet somehow the driver just keeps going, slamming their car straight into the pit, nearly hitting a worker in the process. The craziest part? We never even get to see who was behind the wheel. In this video, a guy jumps into freezing Arctic water with the help of a small crowd, not for a dare or challenge, but to recover a dropped phone.
2, count to 3. 1, I got it. 2. You killed it. Yes.
Guy, man.
Oh my God. You ready to pull him up? Yeah. No, he's got his light on. Yeah. Don't pull him yet. Oh yeah. Yeah!
What's really insane is he managed to find it. Still, you should never try this, people. An insane machete fight broke out at Northland Shopping Center in Australia, sending the entire mall into lockdown. Police say around 10 people were involved, including a 15-year-old. The group split into two rival teams, some of them armed with knives, and clashed inside the busy shopping center. One person was left in critical condition, and witnesses described the scene as terrifying. The brawl, which involved around 10 people, some armed with knives, left one man in his 20s critically injured and sent the entire mall into lockdown. He's now in stable condition. Officers arrested 2 individuals, including a 15-year-old, who are currently being questioned. Authorities believe the fight was planned and that both groups knew each other. What do you think? On August 6, 2022, something pretty upsetting happened at an apartment complex in West Palm Beach. A little boy about 3 years old was found wandering around the parking lot all by himself. He kept calling out hello, clearly hoping someone would come for him, but no one showed up. People nearby noticed him, but there was no parent in sight. One concerned person stepped in and gently got the boy to walk with him while they tried to figure out where his mom was.
What's up, man? What's your name? Okay, listen, I'm gonna put this badge on you, okay? I'm gonna make you a police officer right now, okay? You gotta help me out. We gotta find your mommy. Can we walk and find out where your mom is at? Okay. Yeah, we'll walk around for a little bit.
Just walk around. Call the
office.
No, mommy's over the moon.
Over the moon?
Yeah, over the moon.
Over the moon. We'll walk around and we'll start knocking on doors.
Yeah.
The boy kept saying things like his mommy was over the moon or over the lake. It didn't really make sense. He mentioned playgrounds, slides, and stairs, but it was all jumbled and confusing.
Look, that's a playground.
Yeah.
A playground.
What's up, buddy?
I went to the playground.
You went to the playground?
To the playground, but which way did you come from?
26.
Mommy's over there on the moon.
You keep saying mommy's over here on the moon.
I went to the stairs.
Did you come downstairs? Did you come down to go to the playground?
Yeah, I come down and go to the playground and the slide and the blue slide.
Okay, who are you at home with? Mommy, is mommy in the house?
Over that corner. Mommy's over the lake.
She's over the lake?
No, it's not over the lake.
Okay.
But look, that's the water.
Yeah.
A waterfall.
Okay. Where do you go to sleep at night? Where's your room at?
I go to bed.
Where's your bed at?
I went to West Palm Beach.
We're in West Palm.
I went to the playground.
Okay.
Over here.
Okay. No, not yet. I'm gonna start knocking on the door.
Police showed up and started knocking on doors, hoping someone recognized the kid or knew where he lived. Nobody did. Eventually, they managed to get in touch with the boy's mom. That's when things got even more confusing. She said he was supposed to be with his dad, but couldn't give straight answers about where they were staying, who the dad was, or how to reach him.
Palm Beach Police Department, do you know where your son is?
He's with his dad.
Well, we believe that we have your son here, and he was outside by himself. Can you give me dad's info so that we can get him to his parent? Actually, I'm gonna try to send you a picture of this little boy, and can you tell me if this is your son or not? He's about 3 years old, saying his first name is Liam.
Yeah, that's his last name.
Well, we don't know if he didn't tell us his last name. We found your like basically your son's name in a database, in our records database. I'm gonna let you speak to this child to see if you recognize the voice.
Okay.
Is he in the back? I could possibly have mom on the phone, so I'm gonna let her speak to him. Can you talk to? Is this mommy?
Ma'am.
Is that mommy?
Hi, my baby. What's wrong?
He's not speaking. So does that sound like your son, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. So can you provide me with the phone number so that we can get dad and have him come so he can have the child?
I don't have his phone number.
Okay. How do you all communicate?
We just communicate.
Okay. How?
When they asked for the dad's phone number, she said she deleted it. She also mentioned a guy named Dandy who was supposedly watching the kid, but cops couldn't find any sign this person even existed. Turns out the actual biological dad, Herbert, lived out of state, but the mom kept insisting she handed the boy off to Andy. The story kept changing and nothing really added up. She said she'd been bouncing between hotels and didn't explain why her son ended up alone outside.
How you doing? We called about your child?
Yeah.
Your child that's missing?
Yeah.
Did you know that he was missing?
No,
He's supposed to be with his dad. Do you know where we found him?
well, they said Malibu Bay.
Okay. Where is your room? Okay, who is in there with you?
Nobody's in there.
Thank you. So you're here with who?
Well, it's me and my son, but
You just said that you and your son was...
Yeah, we came here and he's supposed to be with his dad.
You just said the room is for you and your dad, or I'm sorry, for you and your son, but then you dropped your son off to the father?
Yeah.
Where'd you drop the... You dropped him off here? Okay, where is Andy at now?
I don't know.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you communicate with dad to facilitate that meeting today? I'm gonna get a Miranda card, Sarge.
When police asked if she understood how serious it was to leave a small child unattended, her answers were vague. Officers tried to stay calm and explain everything to her clearly. They reminded her of her rights and said they just wanted to get the full story for the sake of the child. But communication was all over the place. She talked about texts that weren't actually texts and mentioned godly people who somehow connected her with a father. It was clear she wasn't giving them the whole picture, or maybe she couldn't.
All right, so you understand, I'm asking you these questions and I've been on the phone with you. It was me that you were speaking to. I've been on the phone with you because I'm trying to assist. Because as of right now, I'm concerned for the well-being of the child. Nothing is really making sense right now. Basically, your explanation of how things happen. We understand things happen, okay? However, when somebody is being very evasive when we're trying to help them, it looks bad, very bad, especially when it involves a child. So I'm just trying to basically get your side so that I can understand why it is we got involved today and why it is that, you know, Liam is outside by himself, doesn't know where he is. Okay, he's supposed to be with his dad. Is there like a court order or anything like that?
No.
Okay, how do you all often communicate? By phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, I don't understand why you're uneasy right now.
916,
Turn around.
dinner detail 10.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest, okay? Put your hands together like you're praying. Under arrest, okay?
Why?
Have you ever heard of child neglect?
Yeah, but I didn't neglect my child.
Do you know what that means? Can you explain what child neglect is?
When you don't take care of your kids.
All right, walk with me.
In the end, the little boy was safe and taken into police custody. The mom was arrested on suspicion of child neglect after giving a bunch of conflicting, unclear answers and leaving the boy in a place where he could have easily been hurt. Police also found out she had another son who showed up later with her uncle. It seemed like she was struggling to keep stable housing and care for her kids. The whole thing shook up both neighbors and officers. It was scary how easily a toddler could end up alone near roads and danger without anyone even noticing. The case raised serious questions about the mother's ability to care for her kids and how things got so bad without anyone stepping in sooner. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.